This is KV5R, and today we'll be unboxing the Cooler Master Quickfire mechanical keyboard. Now, this is a 10 keyless type keyboard with cherry switches, and I got the one with the black cherry switches in it, which are non-clicking and have a little stronger springs because I tend to stomp the keyboard, not really a touch typist. And what I've been using is a Philco 10 keyless with cherry blues in it, which are clicking switches, and I've had nothing but trouble with it over the last 2 years with the key contact bounce problem. In other words, you're typing and occasionally some of the keys will give you 2 or 3 or 4 letters real fast, and I've worked on it several times and have not been able to correct this problem. So needing a keyboard to fit the same space and liking the layout, I don't like a keypad on a keyboard because it pushes the mouse out so far, and having a hole cut in my desk because the keyboard is flush, I needed one just the same size. And fortunately, since I bought this Philco a couple of years ago, several other manufacturers have started selling the same style of keyboard. Indeed, the keyboard module itself are all made by the same plant in Taiwan, and they're very good keyboards. But the copy that I got of the Philco 10 keyless has had some buggy switches in it since day one, and I should have sent it back during the warranty period, but no, I had to break the seal and try and fix it myself. And it worked for a while, and then after a few months it started acting up again, and I'm just tired of messing with it. And plus, the key action is just a little too light for me. So I got this one, same style, but with the cherry black switches in it. And we're going to unbox that and hook it up and test it out. I have not opened this yet, so this is a real unboxing. It has the usual little booklet. Nicely packed. It came in an oversized box with a lot of padding in it. Got it directly from Cooler Master, California. I got it in about 4 days after it was shipped. It took them about 2 days to ship it, and I got it about 4 days later. So there it is. And these are laser etched and painted keys. You can tell that the strength of the spring is just a little bit stronger, and there's no click. I'm going to like this. So let's see what else is in the box. Key puller and some extra keys, which I probably won't be using. In fact, I've got a red escape on the Philco I'll be taking off and putting on here. I was wondering what they meant by a braided cord. A lot of commenters said that the cord's real stiff. It is a little stiff. It does have a kind of a fine braided coating on it. Looks like it's made to last forever. Hopefully it will. And it appears to be 6 feet long, which is good. Alright. I'm going to want the cord to go out to the little tiny plug-in. Unlike the other keyboard, this one is detachable, which is nice. Plug it in and route it out to the side in the little channel. And I read a lot of reviewers who said that the one thing they didn't like is that the cord won't stay in the channel. So I'm going to preempt that problem with some packing tape. And that cord shouldn't be giving me any trouble anytime soon. Another thing they mentioned is that the back feet don't have rubber on them. I'm sure there'll be a way to find something to put on there if necessary. Alright. Yeah. That feels a lot more like the SMK85 I used to have that I really liked. Now I'll put this in place and give it a little test. Okay, here's the two side by side. Over here we have the Philco 10 keyless, and over here the CMStorm by Cooler Master Quickfire Rapid. And I'll give you the obligatory sound check. This one over here is the Cherry Blues. And this one, if I can do this without knocking the capture program off, because I'm on a webcam, it has no click. You hear it move a little bit, and then you hear it bottom out. And I tend to hit keys pretty hard like that. But overall, it's a lot quieter. It has a deeper sound. This one, even not really hearing the switch click. But just bottoming it out. This one's a lot quieter, and you can sure tell the springs are about 50% stronger in these. You can see it's a lot quieter. I'm going to like that. I'm running this one on the PS2 port. Of course, I just got it in there. It's going to take a little while to get used to the different feel. There shouldn't really be any switch bounce with these linear switches because they don't click. They just slide into position. So instead of having something going ka-thump, you have something that just goes shh, and makes contact at an angle. I went to the Cherry site and looked at all their manuals and saw how these switches work and how they're made inside before I decided on whether to get the blues or the browns or the blacks. And I figure if it doesn't have the clicker in it, there's less chance of key bounce, so I went with the blacks. So yeah, it has a strange font on the keyboard. A lot of people say it looks like Star Trek or something because this is targeted at the gamers. But I like it because it's bigger and bolder than the writing on the other keys. And the case is sort of a gray instead of black. They said it has some kind of a rubberized surface to it, but I can't really tell it. It just feels like plastic to me. Good solid keyboard. It's got some weight to it. You know, it's 2.5 pounds, I guess. I don't know. No flex at all. Of course, it's got a steel frame in it, like all those do. And also on this keyboard, some of the extra features it has. Up here it has media keys on F5 through F12. And instead of having the apps key down here, they replaced that with function. So you can hold function and start and stop your media player, turn the volume up and down and things like that. So I'm going to be very happy with this. Anyway, there's the new keyboard. And another thing I'll show you here that I got recently, the Shuttle Express. This little gadget has a wheel you can turn left and right, and then it has a jog you can turn. It has 7 positions each way, spring-loaded, wheel turns, optical encoder, and 5 programmable buttons. And that's really great when you want to program some extra buttons and some extra input that you don't do with the mouse and you don't do with the keyboard. It's really good for editing videos. Set it up to send left and right arrow keys or whatever the program requires. I'm using PowerDirector 10 with it, and you can just sit there and dial along back and forth in your video frame by frame, or twist this thing and slew it back and forth, and use the buttons to set markers and whatnot. It's heavy enough, it stays still, and pretty well made. So that's what a Shuttle Express looks like, if you ever wondered. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.